And hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Social Outcast. I'm your host, Sherlock Holmes, who can't apparently solve a riddle. And these are my hosts.
The radical machine who has a question.
And Blitz, your host from Madison, who's making his triumphant return to the podcast this week.
So those of you seeing the video might be wondering, what are the 3 additional pictures? Well, you got Chrissy over there on the left, my stupid face with my new microphone on the right, and Matt's the evil scientist. So,
of course, because I work from the shadows. I concoct amazing things that will give other people grief, and I snicker about it.
Speaking of giving people grief, all right, Matt, let's hear it. Let's hear this amazing riddle that you have.
Oh, go ahead and read the clues that I gave to you.
All right, let's do it.
Steven's listening.
No, oh my God. Hello, Steven. How are you this afternoon? Evening, whatever. Well, it's afternoon.
Shouldn't we
over
go
by
based on our time zone?
Yeah, it's evening. It's 9:30 right now. All right. So let's see. To find the answer, you must be like a cat catching a mouse. The solution is there in your house. To see the truth, you must screen your eyes. The key works best if a finger tries. And the second part is... Oh my God.
Steven apparently hates riddles.
What's the second part?
I'm looking for it. Oh my God, where did it go? The solution lies in process creation. While you try to solve this riddle, I'll monitor this situation.
I'm guessing the first part means you need to be quick?
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words.
You can't figure this one out, seriously?
No.
All right. I'm going to start. So
elaborate for me.
Okay,
Elaborate.
so I'm going to start putting emphasis. I'm going to read those same clues, but I'm going to put emphasis on particular words.
Okay.
And you try to put it together. To find the answer, you must be like a cat catching a mouse. The solution is there in your house. To see the truth, you must screen your eyes. The key works best if a finger tries.
I don't get that part.
Okay.
The solution lies in process creation. While you try to solve this riddle, I'll monitor the situation.
Because he's using his love of puns.
All right. So what am I supposed to get out of that?
Process create. I don't get the process.
So the words that I put emphasis on. So mouse,
screen,
key,
monitor,
process, monitor.
Is that just a fancy way of saying that I need to start writing more?
No, that's not at all what this is.
What does process creation mean? Enter?
Okay, what uses processes?
The CPU?
What uses a mouse? What displays stuff on a screen on a monitor? What kind of keys do you press with your finger?
The keyboard.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just what's the answer?
It's a computer.
Oh my God.
That's
it's
her
a
name?
Computer. That was the answer. I can't believe you couldn't pick up on it. I'm like,
of course I couldn't.
That's her name?
We're trying to figure out a name here.
No, we're not. You didn't understand the context. I was telling you it had nothing to do with the name, okay? All right, to give some context, I wrote up a short story, if you want to call it, and I was trying to get Marshall, I was trying to at first send subtle hints to him to read it, because I knew he wasn't. Because whenever I send him something, he doesn't look at it right away. I'm fairly confident in that. So what I did was I decided to send these subtle hints. I'm like, oh, what's your name? I can't remember that and everything. And then Marshall's like, wait, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, I'll hint at the computer. I'll send him this riddle, and then he'll say like, okay, it's on the computer. And then he'll think about it, and then he'll say, oh, that's right. He wants me to read that little short story. Well, if I'm not mistaken, you actually read it, but then you still didn't understand what I was getting at, so I decided to keep you in the dark on that just because, That's why my profile picture is the mad scientist, because this is exactly what I do. I concoct things that give other people grief.
All right, I'm just gonna go and say that
I'm not saying it's good.
No,
I'm just
these
saying.
were the messages before you started sending me subtle hints. Apparently, you say I got something for you on Skype. I literally say within 10 seconds I saw, meaning I know I downloaded it.
That doesn't mean I read though.
I started to. And then
Okay, so I was operating off of the assumption that you don't care about my stuff, because in the last episode of this podcast, I specifically remember hearing you say that, one, you didn't even know what game I was playing.
How did I know better
my
than
series? You had to have our listener tell you what it was. And then you even made some remark of something like you don't really even care about it. And you're like, oh, that's a long video. Oh, whatever. Okay. Way to go.
It's a shame you don't.
Oops. Okay.
It's a shame you're not subscribed to your own channel.
You can't. If you try to do that, YouTube says no need to subscribe to yourself.
Right. That makes sense.
That's
All
why-
right. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm subscribed to your channel.
But hey, I got something for you.
What's that?
It's a soundtrack, which is kind of disappointing.
What's so disappointing about it?
It's way too short.
Is it from a game, movie? You got to give me something here.
It's a game.
Oh, it's an awesome
Because I
game.
know you love those game soundtracks.
I do love game soundtracks, actually.
But does he
It's,
love the game?
No, he refuses to touch the game.
Oh,
Dark
that's
Souls 3.
So ridiculous. It's amazing.
Doesn't Well, I'm trying to think.
Although
They've
I
got
only-
great orchestra themed
I
soundtracks
only know
and
about
everything.
The first two.
But the disc that it came with, where it's like, oh, hey, here you go. Here's the soundtrack, which I didn't even know that we had until yesterday
Came
when I was
with the
putting it
game.
away. I know, but I didn't know. That's the point of me saying I didn't know.
I bet Chrissy knew for like months.
Hey,
And
Probably
just didn't
'cause
tell
I just
you.
wanted the game.
I picked it up.
And there you go. That's another thing. She spent $130 on a freaking
You
game.
should be thanking me because I bought the season
You
pass.
did not spend that much.
Yeah, she did. 60 for the game.
That's a crime. That you know what? That's like You know
60 for the game,
maybe
50
it's a
for
good
the
thing you paid that. That's like paying a speeding ticket. That's a crime to
close
buy
to
a
it.
game for that price.
But no, I mean, she spent that much on all of it. So it was the game itself, $60. Might have been 70 if it was a special edition. Probably not. Whatever amount was for the season pass,
Rip
which
off.
is fine for me. I
Not
don't
for me.
mind it. Yeah, I know. And then the strategy guide that I didn't even want.
They
which-
still make those.
You got
Yeah,
the
they do.
journal.
I thought strategy guides went the way of the dinosaur when the internet started getting big,
That's
especially with
probably-
like YouTube. Because I have like old strategy guides for games, but now just like you just go on YouTube, look it up.
That's
Yeah.
why you get the collector's edition ones.
What's so special about that? Is
The
fancy
art?
art.
Yes.
You can find that online too.
That's not as interesting.
Why?
I'd
It's
rather
the
read
same
it in a
image.
book.
There's
It's much more interesting on paper than on a screen.
Matt.
So
I
basically,
can't.
you just say "shut up and take my money," is what you do.
No, it was shut up and take my money. It was my card that she was using.
Oh, see, now that's even worse. You know what? Oh, in that case, I can see why. Because they do say that the money that's most easily spent is other people's money.
I
Right.
thought you'd want it because you got the last strategy guide.
Dark Souls 2?
Yeah.
I
Remember?
didn't care about it though. I wasn't planning
Well,
on
that's
getting
why I
it.
thought you wanted it. You'd want the next one.
Matt, it's a funny thing that you say all that stuff and blah blah blah. I'm getting something for her for Christmas that I gotta tell you about tomorrow. We're over at
Is it the Rooster Teeth
the other
shirt?
Matt's house. No, it's not. It's
Have you
something
been
funny
getting
about-
that for me?
What?
The Rooster Teeth shirt.
Sun's out, pun's out.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because I thought it was actually going to be like an actual shirt. It's not.
What is it?
It's like a muscle shirt, tank top type deal.
Oh gosh, I can't even.
Okay.
imagine.
Where like the sides go
Better start,
down
like,
halfway.
better start
Oh.
hitting the gym or
torso.
something.
Okay. Like our old neighbors were?
What? Oh, John Douchebag? Yeah, him.
It can't.
No,
hey, it
no,
can't
more
be as bad
recent
as
than
that. It can't be as bad as that shirt I
Upstairs.
bought at that Avenged Sevenfold concert.
No, it's not. That shirt's awesome. Ooh, it has the word fuck on it. So
yeah, it's
bad.
not something. Okay, when I
You
was living
can't
at
wear
home
it.
with my, parents and everything, that's not something I can exactly be,
You can wear it now.
outing around.
Sure.
I remember too, like I specifically am like, oh, I'm not buying that one because that's so blatant and like I won't be able to wear that.
That's
You
the
didn't-
one
and
you
then-
bought.
and then I
even
saw,
look
and then
at
I saw the shirt that had the cover art for the album that they were promoting with that tour. I'm like, oh, I'll get that one. Stupid me. I didn't realize that they were showing the front and back of the shirt.
Didn't
So,
even check
On
the
the
back
front
of
side,
it.
At least
it's just
I
like
got the
the
pumpkin
album
cake
art. I'm
one.
like, cool. On the back side, it's like,
You're
I'm like, oh my
fucking
gosh, I did
nutmeg.
not just do that. I don't even know what I did with that shirt. I
Oh.
can't, like I said, I couldn't wear it. I'm like, I can't wear that at home. There's no way.
But you can
I'm not
wear
taking
it
that
when
out
you
in
moved
public
out,
either.
Like now.
Nah, it's not his style.
Oh.
That's true too. I think I
Yeah.
even offered it to you if you want it, if I can find it.
Sure.
My mom wouldn't let me wear the Jeff Dunham shirt I got either.
And all that said was, shut the hell up.
Not nearly as bad.
Well, we're just having a fun, fantastic week here. Me and Chrissy, that is. So, last Saturday, we went to a wedding. Talked about it on episode 4. Fun fact, if you hit a curb fast enough, you're going to blow a tire. Oops. So, I blew a tire on our way out to the wedding that we were on time for.
Yeah, we were on time for once.
Turns out we had to turn right back around. My car sat in the parking lot
We had
for
just left.
2 weeks. Not 2 weeks. What?
2
2
days?
days. Last week. 2 days. Last week. Thank you, brain. Do work good.
You said you can do words good.
Oh my god. So, blew a tire. It sat in the parking lot for 2 days. I got it fixed on Monday, and that was fine. What else? The little shit cat that Chrissy has that chewed through an $80 pair of headphones before, chewed through another pair that was up on my desk. Wasn't dangling, wasn't left out, wasn't anywhere else.
You should know by now that cats like strings. I don't think you need to be a cat owner to understand that.
Still, though, it was up under my monitor. It is up and out of the way. The little bastard doesn't even come over here all that much.
No, I have 2 cats. I will tell you what happens. They wander around aimlessly because they've got nothing better to do.
They're bored.
And they see a string hanging from the air, and their eyes get really wide, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, I finally have
that
something
thing is
to do.
mine."
Okay,
And they
then
start
let me ask
playing
you
with
this.
it. That's just what cats do. They
Let me
you
ask
just
you
gotta
this,
get
then.
used to that.
Let me ask you this. Why hasn't he gone after all the cords that are literally 10 feet to the right? all over the place.
They're probably
Hasn't
They're not
touched it.
interesting. See, that right there, that's the thing. It's all over the place. This one that you're talking about, was it kind of just
'cause
dangling by
There's
itself?
a bunch of them over there.
Stop hitting the cord. You're hitting the microphone.
I'm sorry. There's
Screwing up the
Bunch
wonderful
over there.
quality
There's
sounds.
only like one over here.
On that microphone that you paid $1,000 for.
Not $1,000.
Well, at least the microphone wasn't $1,000.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that this has a detachable cord. Otherwise, I'd have to stuff this thing in a drawer every night. I don't trust that little bastard anymore. Piss
But
me
anyway,
off.
so cats, when they see like a cord, like a just standalone one, not like a jumbled mess, when they just see one, they're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shred that thing to pieces, because that's what they do.
Little
It's just what they do.
bastard. And then I texted her aunt, who we got the cat from, and said, hey, is there anything you can tell me to help solve this issue of this little bastard chewing through my stuff?
Sometimes she doesn't answer my text messages either.
Totally ignored. I've sent it twice. One when she destroyed my Razer headphones, and then a second time when she destroyed this pair of
It's a
headphones.
male cat.
Okay, so
I've
let me
texted
ask you
her
this.
twice, and she has not
all right,
responded.
since this person isn't giving you any advice, you can come to me with all your questions then.
No, because you're gonna do some stupid riddle bullshit like you do.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's gonna somehow end up with me suffering for it. One
You're
way or
already
another.
suffering.
That's actually pretty accurate. But
Yeah, it is. Imagine that.
no, that would never happen.
Friends don't do that.
No, anyway,
As I
seriously
can
though.
see you just waving your fingers back and forth, in front of your face.
I bet if Matt and I brought our brains together.
Okay,
we'd
but
come
seriously
up with
though,
something
so
great.
do you have like a scratching pad or post or something for this
He
cat?
doesn't have front claws.
Okay. Do you have toys that you play with them with? There's a novel idea.
self-play.
You don't
Yeah,
want-
I've
you
been
don't
meaning
want-
to get a fishing pole
Okay,
toy.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? So if you have toys and you play with the cat, this is like classic animal training.
Yeah,
they,
I know.
They associate good feelings with it. So when you dangle like a shoestring you don't need in front of their face, they play around with it, you wag it around on the ground, they chase after it, and you do that over and over and over again, they won't be interested in other strings because those strings don't have the same emotional connection or experience that they've had.
What's
with
the
it.
emotional connection, you little bastard?
He doesn't like you,
You
either.
socialize it, and that's the other thing. Yeah, when you raise your voice and yell at him, he's not going to like you.
Another thing,
So-
he doesn't even try to get them to like him.
That's a problem.
He doesn't
Would-
feed
okay, so what-
them
so
or
look at
anything.
this. If you had a
It's not my
dog, would you
kid.
do that? Would you scream at your dog and
Yeah.
stuff like?
Sometimes. Yes.
With animals, you gotta give them some love. You gotta give them some
Cats
respect.
are also different than dogs.
Very true. Speaking
Well, yeah,
of which,
no,
my
but
mother's
just
getting a
think
new
in general,
dog.
though.
Maybe if you gave them treats once in a while, they'd like you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
No,
that's the
no.
fastest.
Here,
that's
hold
the
up. Time
fastest
out.
way to get an animal to like
Food
you.
association.
Time out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna fall into this. Cats don't love you unless you really try bullshit. That you
Well, that's
know,
not necessarily
yeah.
true. It's just
you,
that.
Chrissy, I'm pointing at you. You obviously say, "Oh, you have to really work for it get them to like."
Okay, like if you meet a person and the first thing you do is like swear and cuss in their face and yell on them everything, you think they're gonna like you?
It takes like months.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like
sometimes.
it's not just cats. It's like any creature in general,
It
even
can take
people.
months for a feral cat to be okay with you.
All right, that's
Sometimes
different.
years.
That's something completely different. That's the fact that it hasn't been socialized. It's grown up in the wild. It just minds its own. It's like a squirrel or a bird.
Well,
it
you have
just
to do the
minds
same
its own
things,
business.
don't you? Feed them,
You could. It would just take time because they need to build that trust with you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had them from a kitten, living with people is normal. When they're feral, living with people is not normal. So
Also,
their instinct is to stay away from them. I mean, come on, this
Marshall,
is basic stuff here.
Marshall also
You don't need to be a scientist to know this kind of
traumatized
stuff.
this cat.
That doesn't help either.
Yeah, and he hasn't made
Oh,
enough.
please. Like,
So have you ever
Swayze desperately needs me to be in his life.
It might help your chords.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
I'm just saying, it'd be nice to the little cat. That's all you have
Haven't
to
really
do.
fed him.
You don't have to. He doesn't have to be your best friend for life or whatever. Just
Yeah, just don't act like you hate him.
yeah, don't.
Oh, no. That ship is long since
You
sailed.
act like you hate Bailey.
Well then, don't be upset when things like your $100 chords get chewed through, because maybe it's like some kind of cosmic reckoning
no.
or something. It's like
No, because, alright,
see.
it's
you
not
dish
just
it out.
mine.
If you dish it out, you got to take it. That's
two
I think
of
that's
yours.
And 2 of yours. 50-50,
No.
it's even. What?
No, because one it wasn't. They weren't both mine. The other ones.
Whatever.
You act like you hate Bailey, though.
So, he doesn't chew through the cables.
But
He doesn't act out.
When he's in, it's because he's mellow and old.
Whatever.
So, by the way, you were saying something about a tire being blown out.
Yeah, no, it was just how...
Oh, that's it? That was all there is to it?
No, it's how much this week blows.
Okay, so I think this is an interesting show topic. What's the furthest you've ever driven off-road, not on purpose? For me, I was coming home one day a couple of years ago, and it was icy out and everything, and I was kind of being stupid and going pretty quickly around a turn in my neighborhood on Leach Street. So right where it goes to intersect with Jackson, that area right there.
Jackman.
Jackman, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, right where it has that intersection, I was going too fast, and I skidded, and I went all the way up onto the sidewalk where the sidewalk intersects. That's where my car was. So the next time you drive past that, just picture a white 2003 Taurus right there. Because that was
the Taurus.
At one point.
Speaking of the Taurus, I told this story to my coworkers.
Which one?
On Wednesday. It was where we were heading out to the Lakeside GameStop.
Yep.
And so it was me, you, and Jacob, I want to say.
Yes, it was. Jacob was absolutely there.
There was a GameStop there?
The Target. The GameStop that's by the Target on the other side of Hall Road. Yeah.
Okay.
So, not the one next to the cigar lounge, the one across Hall
Yeah,
Road.
the small one.
So the three of us were heading out to that GameStop because I wanted to pick something up. Jacob had something else, and I think you might have been going for something too.
So
I don't know.
there?
Huh?
Or I was there along for the ride. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
You were driving us. So
Yeah, because you guys aren't responsible enough to drive. Or at least at that time you weren't.
Well, it makes sense.
yeah, I think my car was in the shop or something, and I needed a ride.
Were we out of high school?
Yes. I think.
Might have been. I don't know. That
It was right
rough.
around that time.
50-50, take a flip of a coin, whatever you want or land on. So we were pulling up to Hall Road. We were on Shaner, and light goes green. And Matt's like, this isn't going anywhere. What? No, come on! Starts shaking the steering wheel. It's just spinning gears. We're not going anywhere.
That sounds like it's making it worse.
It's like, all right, does anyone have the number for Sterling Heights Police? I'm like, 911?
No, you absolutely would not call 911.
He's like, no, the non-emergency one, you idiot. I'm like, oh, I have no clue.
Duh. That's like the ambulance number, not police.
And then, oh no, you could say, hey, this could be an emergency. My car is blocking the middle of the road. We were literally in the middle lane. So it's like...
No, usually emergency implies that someone is either hurt or in serious danger or they're poisoned or...
Have you seen the drivers around Hall Road? We could have been in danger.
Wasn't it like when we got out of the car and walked to the sidewalk, some like drunk guy or something was like, "Hey, aren't you afraid someone's gonna steal that?"
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. We were standing in the parking lot of that
the GameStop?
The gas station. No, we weren't near that. We were like literally right around the corner. We were standing in the parking lot of the gas station, and some guy was wasn't he behind it? He might have been behind it trying to merge over so he could get around it. But he's like, hey, aren't you afraid of someone stealing your car? I'm like, no, but it's fine. Just go around it. It's disabled. Moron. It's just so funny. He's like, yeah, someone could steal it. It's not going anywhere. It's disabled. Didn't the transmission fall out or something?
Blind?
Something broke. It wasn't driving. So if someone did try to steal it, they wouldn't go anywhere.
Right. They could just steal your CDs, and that's it.
I did have a lot of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that.
Loot your car.
That I want to say it was your dad drove up in the van. We got in the van and just went to the GameStop, and he stayed with the Taurus and had it towed. I think that's how it went anyway.
Sounds about right.
But that was just so damn funny.
So you didn't answer my question earlier, though. What's the furthest you've ever driven off-road unintentionally?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking not very far, maybe like a foot.
There was...
Like when you blew out your tire because you drove over a curb?
Yeah.
There was when my dad had that insulin reaction.
But you weren't with him.
No, but we saw the result.
So her dad had an insulin reaction and went off-road through Freedom Hill.
Yeah.
And we...
To that fence in the back?
Where the box office was. Where you go and buy the tickets at the gate, kind of.
Yeah, like 100 feet away from the box office.
So we saw the extent of like where he went, and we could follow the tire tracks, and he literally missed like two big ass objects on the way there. One of them was a fence post, and the other one was this giant pot or something. I don't know, maybe a pedestal. But yeah, there's something big. There were two things that were massive that he almost ran into.
He also missed those small poles.
Yeah, the fence posts. The one with the chains going through them, right? It's just a pseudo fence post. Like
it was in a square, a small square.
Like a barrier almost. For cars, I think.
Oh.
I don't know, but he almost did some major damage to his car.
Yeah, it's amazing that he didn't get physically hurt.
It had to be a fluke of nature or something.
He had to have gone over one of those things, or one of those bumpers at the parking lot. He missed a tree.
Yep. That was the thing,
and then he stopped when he crashed into the green fence. Oh.
Yeah.
The barrier link fence. Or chain at the beginning. Yeah. Missed that. tree.
We saw the damage and we're like,
The
oh,
bumper.
you know what? This actually probably could have been serious.
Yeah.
Because we
But-
just thought he just went off road and like stopped, and that was it. No, he went through the entire Freedom Hill
Fields.
area
And the
up until the actual
small
amphitheater.
poles.
So
And
that was
the
fun.
pavilion. Probably missed.
I think that was also the day that we found the gate unlocked to Freedom Hill.
Yeah, that was fun.
Walked around and saw like backstage and actually up on stage. It's pretty cool being back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was back when it was still abandoned too.
It was cool though, being up on stage.
That's another thing that I want to do. I've always wanted to do this. Go to like an abandoned building, like the Silver Dome. Except not the Silver Dome, because apparently there was a group of photographers going through there taking pictures, and the floor collapsed on them. But they couldn't go and say like, yeah, I got hurt at the Silver Dome, because they were just basically trespassing. But yeah, so I want to do that. I want to go like backstage and see.
So
an abandoned
you basically
building.
you want to go adventuring like we did in the old days.
Yeah, like when we
Play
were
real
stupid.
life immersion
Shades
Call of
Hideout.
Duty.
Yeah.
And that place where those people have that hangout spot, the tree and
The little
fire
girl's
pit.
bicycle that they beat the hell out of and then
That's
stuffed
so
it into a
mean.
tree.
Didn't they even like rip out a street sign and drag it all the way there?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh come on! Don't
And
you want a
then they
street
had like
sign?
and then they had like a coiled up fence, I think, too. Remember because they had a lot of debris that they were clearly vandalizing. Remember we like lined it all up and there was a bowling ball and
Yep.
we were
Yep, I remember
were
that.
bowling.
We sent a bowling ball through one of their plastic lawn chairs.
Wow. Do you think they saw you?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they
There was
knew about us.
No,
They
I
didn't
mean-
know it was us.
I
Yeah.
wondered
Okay.
if they
So
actually saw you.
wait. So Chrissy,
Do you want to
even-
tell the story?
Yeah. Do you even know the whole story?
No, the story of how we first met them.
That's what I'm saying. Does she know that story?
I mean, I might have told her it.
It's
but...
been like 6.5 years,
Um,
nearly 7 years
All
now.
right, I'll
I
tell
think
it.
so, but
I'll tell it.
I
So
don't remember it.
when we first found this place, we thought it was just like a couple of kids who were like, "Oh, hey, let's just bring this out here and hang out after school," because it was right in the back of a high school.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember
Sterling
you said
Heights
they
High
were
School.
homeless.
Yeah.
So it
That's
made
all.
sense. And so it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. No one was there. No one was there for like an hour, so we just hung out and kicked back there.
Didn't they have they had like a lawn couch and chairs and
Yeah.
everything?
They had like a bench. there or
Bench, that's what
something.
I'm thinking of.
And
Yeah.
those plastic lawn chairs that you see in like a trailer park. So we were sitting there for about an hour, kicking back, and it's like, oh, this is pretty cool. We could hang out here. Lo and behold, the original owners of said hideout come walking up with a shovel and a pickaxe
They were playing Minecraft.
in real life. They walk up, and it's like, oh, hey, we actually got some people around. Not to mention, what was it, in like October? Something like that.
Oh,
so
I
they
thought
were.
you were
No,
talking about
no,
Freedom
no.
Hill.
This was in May. This
But
was
weren't they
you weren't
wearing
even
like all black
something like that. This
They
was
were-
like
they were
this
wearing
was like in
all
April
black.
or May.
and like
Yeah.
a black hoodie for both of them, carrying a shovel and a pickaxe. So it's like,
That doesn't seem suspicious at all.
all right,
No.
Danger Will Robinson, we need to get the fuck out of here.
I thought you were talking about the one at Freedom Hill.
No.
Oh.
That comes later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's way later.
Yeah, I
Th-
remember
those were homeless people,
I remember the one at the field.
which is why we never went back. But so these two kids come walking up, and it's like, oh, hey, I see you found our hideout, our hangout spot. You know, if you want, you can hang around. We're building a fire pit down there. Like, no, actually, yeah, it's about 6 o'clock. We actually have to get back home before our parents decide to worry about us. So it's like, see you guys later. Never saw them again. We always made sure that we went over there when they weren't there and just hung out on our own and ignored them.
Until one day.
You take over.
So what happened was we kept going back to this place, always keeping one eye open, making sure that nobody with pickaxes and shovels showed up. And we started goofing around. At first, we wanted to see if it was actually actively used. So what we would do is we just go over and like tip over the chairs, and then come back the next day and see if they're stood up again, which they were. And then we just progressively got stupider and stupider about it. And
like
then
high school guys.
And then when we started finding crap lying around, like a little girl's bicycle all bent out of shape, we're like, oh, these are bad people.
Like, it's Monster House all over again.
So what we did was we're like, well, these guys need some kind of retribution. This crime can't go unanswered. So we started taking the debris that they had and like the chairs and everything and just like tossing them all over the place. Didn't we like throw a chair up in the tree or something?
You got something stuck in a tree.
Yeah, we did.
So we're like, that'll teach them to go steal stuff and vandalize. We came back, everything's all set up again, and then that was like when we started bowling and everything, because we found the bowling ball.
And I know we put the bowling ball through one of the chairs, and what they had over on the side was a tire off the rim.
Labeled bathroom or toilet or something like that.
Something like that.
So we set the chair with the hole in it over that.
Didn't we write like shitter on it or something?
I don't know. All I know is, so then one day I was like, I want to know, I want to see what it's like going up in the tree, because they actually had like they had boards nailed into the tree, so they were like stairs or a ladder or whatever. So I climbed up there, sat in there, and I'm like enjoying the view, and Marshall's down the ground. He's like, oh shoot, oh, this is not good, this is really not good. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I hear people coming. and I'm like and like the tree's got a ton of leaves, so I'm trying to look, and I like catch sight of like a group of like 6 people, and I'm like, oh. So I like quickly clamber down the tree, get to the ground, and then we just take off running. And this is by like a ditch, right? So we had to run down the ditch to the bottom, all the way back up, and then go run through the fence and get away. Well, we're running, and I think Marshall like steps into a divot, and like you slightly even twist your ankle or something. I'm like, oh crap, this is not good. And then the people come surging through the fence on the side we were at, and they're like, I think there was like a girl with them and like a bunch of other people. They're like screaming at us, and we're like, oh, we better get out of here.
I don't remember that. I remember falling.
Oh, we got chased out of there.
Do you remember if they had any weapons?
Yeah, these people were like screaming at us and everything, and like we booked it out of there. It's like when it was like you're playing Skyrim or something, and you steal something, and you get caught, and then the next thing you know, like the entire town is pulling out knives and trying to attack you.
But
and then you summon an elemental and then kill everyone.
Yeah, well,
in
that's in a video game. In real life, you get the heck out of there.
But did they have any weapons?
I have no idea. I just got a glance at them, and there was like 6 of them, and I'm like, nope. We're getting out of here quickly.
Yeah, because then I think we ran down Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And like
we were running like full speed too. We were just
If
we
not
took-
that, we hopped in the corridor and sort of just like dove and hung out there for a bit.
To be young again.
Yeah, so we avoided that place like the Dickens after that, although that didn't stop us from still walking past it. So we decided to explore some more, and then
At night.
yeah, so we'd usually go at night and we'd walk all the way down to where the road is, and then we'd walk under the road through those pipes, assuming it wasn't flooded because it was a drainage ditch.
Yup.
But so we had walked through there. That was kind of an interesting experience to hear the vibrations of the cars driving on the bridge.
And the pitch blackness of those
Oh
tunnels.
yeah, oh yeah.
Huh.
Horror
Yep.
movie.
Yup. Exactly.
You get when you get like they were
Cloverfield
really long. They don't look that long, but they are. And like you get about halfway through and you turn around and there's nothingness behind you, and you look forward and there's like nothingness. And you're like,
One of
Oh.
the worst feelings I've ever had of claustrophobia probably was in those tunnels where it's like, you know what? I don't want to be here right
I
now.
didn't feel claustrophobic.
Well, yeah, because we were there during the day. I'm talking about like
nighttime.
you
Yeah.
go down those at night, pitch black, super dark. You cannot see crap.
It was at night in Cloverfield when they were in the drainage ditch.
That wasn't a drainage ditch. They were under a bridge, I think.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
so we ended up going as far as Freedom Hill, and we started that became our destination, which that was actually a pretty decent walk. It was like a mile and a half, I think.
Yeah, we made
One
it in
way.
like 10 minutes.
So yeah, it would take us time, and we just talk about stuff and everything. We'd go there. The place was under construction still. It had the amphitheater had been closed for years.
yeah, I think it was still closed at that point in time.
Didn't
and
you
then,
like? Didn't
Yeah,
you
it
like?
was.
You found they had like a porta-john or something, and you like prank called the number.
Yeah, that was with Eric.
No, I was there. I remember you.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
That's
that was
right. Prank
Yeah.
called someone else with Eric.
okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you prank called
Wasn't
the
I
number
there?
on the porta-john. You're like, yeah, I'm doing an event at the Armada Fair or something like that.
The Armada Fair Winners Spectacular or something like that.
Some-
The guy's like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know that you guys do that anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, we brought it back. We took maybe like 10 years off, but yeah, we're bringing it back. Just what sort of insurance are we gonna need?" And it's like, well, it depends on like what sort of things you're looking for. I mean, are you expecting the porta johns to be damaged? Well, last year we had a couple of snot-nosed kids light off a couple of fireworks, and unfortunately the fumes ignited and kind of took 2 or 3 of them with it. But, you know, it was something stupid like that, and they're like, well, we don't know if we want to do your show anymore. It's like, well, don't worry. We're actually doing a lot more better security here and whatnot. What's the price range? I went on. I had this guy.
You were on
the
that
phone
for like a half hour, I think.
30 frickin' minutes. I had that guy hooked, line, and sinker for 30 minutes. It was probably my best performance. And Matt's sitting over there, like, cracking up a bit,
I'm trying my hardest not to laugh out loud.
laughing and, like, giggling to himself. And I'm just, like, straight faced. I'm like, yeah, no, we were gonna increase security this time, and probably about 1,000 people. So how many toilets would you recommend and whatnot? I'm asking like legitimate questions that are popping into my head that I think would be good to ask. And it's like, oh crap, I think I actually did pretty good. It was so great. Oh, give me an Oscar for that performance.
Yeah. Everyone knows that you could definitely use a performance like that on this show. Oh, I did not just go there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So anyway,
Okay.
one more thing too. Yeah. So we, after that lovely little incident, we continued exploring even further, all the way out to the next road over, and we
Which
found
one
this
was that?
really nice wooded area that was abandoned, and we were like bringing the airsoft guns there and like
Areas
setting
usually
up
are.
targets and shooting at them
Yeah,
and
I
doing
broke
all kinds of things.
my first
I
CO2 gun there,
Oh yeah, that's right.
which
We
sucked.
I built a entire wilderness shelter out of
Because you were a Boy Scout?
branches, which unfortunately collapsed because like the night that I like finished building it, like a really windy storm came through and completely leveled it, and I was like, but it didn't matter because we found out that over in that area there actually are people.
Yeah,
Um,
homeless people rocking themselves like a lunatic under the bridge.
Well, they probably used your shelter
and
until it
and
broke
after
down.
no, because it was kind of far away from them. I think we went there one final time, and
Yeah, it was with Kaiser.
we had a friend with us, and we decided it was getting dark, and we were just hanging out there, and we decided we had our airsoft guns, and we would do a free for all match in there. So we started out in like different corners of the area and just yelled out "Go!" and we're like sneaking around and everything.
Until
And
I hear some crazy sounding old lady, which sounded like she was coming after me, and we got the
Granny
hell out of there
Rags
pretty quick.
style?
well, right before that happened, I was sneaking around, and the other guy we were with found me, and his weapon of choice was like a long branch or something. Because I don't think he had one of the airsoft guns.
Yeah,
He came
no.
up and stabbed me with it.
Oh, that's right.
I had a coat on though, so it didn't hurt as much. But he like legitimately like came up and just like tried to impale me with it. I'm like, dude, okay, you
Where?
got me.
Yeah, that's the thing about pitch black is that you can't necessarily judge the distance all that well.
Yeah,
So,
and yeah, and then we hear Marshall like freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting out of here.
So was it like Granny Rags?
yeah, no, just like some creepy sounding lady was like looking around at some stuff. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to be eaten by a homeless person tonight. I'm getting out of here.
And we never went there ever again.
Nope. And on the way out, we saw a shooting star that looked like a plane exploding into brilliant blue flame.
Which I did not see. I think you were just
Hmm.
delirious from the incident in the
Kaiser did.
woods earlier.
Kaiser
He
saw
saw
it.
it too.
Yeah, at least I think he did.
What does a shooting star look like?
It looked like a plane exploding, then falling to the ground.
Does it look like a bright light zooming across the sky?
What
Bright
else
blue
would it-
light, blue, dropped.
Blue.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And I thought the apocalypse was going to happen.
Hence, we never went back there ever again.
Pretty much, it's like, I don't want to.
Until a couple of years ago, when we got this itchy feeling to go exploring again, but we decided to go in a completely different area, and that was over by the house that you were staying at.
Ayo.
And we went exploring through some of the wooded area. Didn't we like end up in like the backyard of some like really large property, and there was like a herd of 12 deer or something?
Yeah.
I kind of remember that. Like we stepped out and then we just looked and there's like 12 deer staring at us, and we're like,
It scared the crap out of me because
I was like,
I just saw
oh!
something
Glowing
big.
eyes.
Huh?
Glowing
No,
eyes.
this was during the day.
Yeah.
It was like
the
evening.
woods was during the day. The building was nearing night.
Yeah, so this was like it was in the evening kind of thing. Yeah, so
But
it was
so-
still pretty bright and clear out.
There were like two places that we could go. I picked the one with the deer. Matt was like looking somewhere else. And so I'm running through this area, and I just look up and I see something. I don't know what it is. So my immediate reaction was to stop and like drop to the ground. And I once I got a good look at it, I'm like, oh, it's just deer and whatnot. I'm like, Matt, come here really quick. And he runs over, and then they all scattered as soon as he showed up.
Because you yelled.
Yeah, that's
or Matt
why.
ran. But that building might as well have been a wooded area with as many plants as there were.
Pretty much.
So after that, we went over to a building which I think still has never been completed.
Nope.
No,
I passed by it the other day,
uh,
and it's still abandoned. And a dirt floor, too.
So it was a abandoned construction project. It looked like it was gonna be like one of those doctor's offices or something.
That's actually
Yeah.
exactly what it was. It was just
Okay.
medical outpatient offices.
But they reduced the price.
Yeah, I
So
think
if
it's
you're
like
looking for a place to host your business,
I think it's like $10,000.
So-
call
so-
us.
To-
Anyway, continuing the story.
Lisa.
So we
Yeah.
went in
That's
there,
terrible.
and it's like dirt floor and everything. So all there is just the outer structure of the building.
And then we find out that there's a second floor.
Yep. So we walked up the stairs, and you had to watch where you're walking because there were giant holes in
That were
that
gonna be
floor that
other
would lead
stairwells.
straight down to the ground floor.
So
Which, if
clearly
you
that
weren't
would've
paying
been-
attention, you would literally take a step and fall an entire story down onto a hard
Dirt floor.
dirt floor.
Uneven
in
dirt
an
floor.
abandoned building.
So who knows what's on that floor?
Well, not only that, if you get hurt, no one's coming to help you because no one's going to see you, no one's going to hear you.
Yeah,
So-
the cops are always there though now.
And you might get sent to prison
Trespassing.
for
Anyway, so you had to watch your step. So we were goofing around. We found like some 2x4s lying around, and we're like play sword fighting and everything. Except we were actually like hitting them together so hard it was actually starting to hurt my hands from the vibration going through. So I'm like, we gotta stop. But before we go, one more thing. I just want to see like how good the visibility in this place is. So I go all the way to the other end of the building, crouch down in the shadows, and apparently I disappeared.
Yep.
There was that
Vanished without a trace. Got maybe like 10 feet close to him. I still couldn't see him. And then it's like, wow, really? You still can't see me? And then he stood up, and because the sun was setting, I could see his outline. It's like, oh, I think we should get out of here.
And then I heard a door open.
Oh, real quick, not to mention, we found deceased birds there that looked like they were gnawed upon.
So something brought them there.
Someone or something. So it's like, great.
Yeah.
More homeless people.
Yeah, so I hear the
There's
door.
a
I'm like,
bird.
you hear that? Marshall does not hear it at all. And I'm like, we gotta get out of here. I just heard the door open and shut.
So we like crouched down and we're walking, and I remember we tried to look through one of the holes in the floor,
Yeah, to
trying
see
to
if we could see anything.
anyone. But I remember there were like 2 staircases, maybe 3, like at different points of the building, not all at one in one area. Like one was on one end, the other was on the opposite side of the building at a completely opposite corner. And so it's like, yeah, let's just get out of here. So we went down the one that we saw, and as soon as we opened that door, we just booked it and ran. And me, looking back like an idiot, look back and it's like, I think I saw someone in that window. I don't know though. I don't want to go back.
Oh, that's where you see all the ghosts.
That's
Yeah,
why
no,
we joke.
good.
That's why we joke that it was Shade, the villain from our story,
Yup.
just watching us from the shadows.
I think it was a
Oddly enough,
Someone
about
could've
a
died
year
there.
later, the house that's right next to that building
Burned
burned to
down.
the ground.
Like to
We
the
had nothing to
ground.
do with that, by the way. We had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no.
But
It was actually the homeowners who were trying to get rid of their costs and bills and stuff, I think. Like,
well, that's how you get rid of the homing problem.
I think it was
Burn
like
down all the
insurance fraud.
houses.
Okay.
Yeah,
They were like trying to burn that up and they ended up burning the entire house down.
Like that episode of The Big Bang Theory.
No,
But
like
anyway,
it was just the
it's
house.
So it's just like the fact that, those shenanigans went on there, and then like a year later that house burns down. We're like,
Yeah, my mom takes a picture and sends it to me while I'm at work, and it's just like a inferno with fire trucks surrounding it. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, the house across the street just burned down. I'm like, whose house?
Is it like that picture that's like an internet meme where there's like a house burning down and there's a little girl
No.
looking at the camera and smiling?
No.
You ever seen that picture?
I have, and it's funny.
You could put Esther there.
Pretty much.
Well, being the knuckleheads that we are, that was not actually the last time we went exploring somewhere. Because the next year, we decided to go to Freedom one more time just for the heck of it. And we went into the playscape there, and I went and sat down in like a tube area where they had these plastic windows. And I'm like, hey, can you see me at all?
I'm like, nope.
I turn on the flashlight, you see me, turn it off, I disappear again.
And so then, what had happened was, we're sitting screwing around, and then all of a sudden, oh crap, there's a car coming. Let's just hide out in here, see what happens until then. And turns out the car was a cop. Oops.
At which point, we booked it out of there.
Right.
I think I had like taken my shoes off and thrown them behind a tree. So I like crawled out of that tube as quickly as I possibly could,
Like,
and
he
dove
went
head
and-
first. I dove headfirst down the slide.
Yep.
And it just
Like a
I never
boss.
went down a slide so fast before. That's not like a water slide. This is just a playground slide. I dove headfirst, slid down that so fast,
Got up, got out, grabbed
put
your
my shoes back on.
The
and
cop
then we
was
went,
sitting
like-
at the entrance to the park.
So we
just,
went like
walked past
500
him.
yards away, like ducking down, running across the field like 500 yards away, and then because we had
walked
to go in that direction to get back home,
past him.
so we walked past them and just pretend like nothing was going on, and then we got across the road. And there's a bank there, or there used to be a bank, and there were two people that looked like they were staking it out.
Like they were about to rob it. Just sitting there like on the hill that
Yep.
went across from one edge of the parking lot of the bank. They were like sitting just on the opposite side to where you couldn't see them from the other side of the hill, but walking next to them is like, oh yeah, there's obviously people there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Cool, I guess.
And now you want to go to the Silver Dome and fall through the floor?
Well, no, it's like
You wouldn't fall as far, right?
it's an unofficial photography tour, something
Mhm.
like that.
They were going on an adventure,
Yeah.
looking for lost treasure.
I really want to go to an abandoned building though, because that's how my third part of the story we're working on starts. It's
That's why.
Yeah,
So you want
that's
to act
why.
it out.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing where he's in an abandoned science facility. That's why. What's the saying? Plans
Any-
within plans.
Are there any ghosts?
I don't know, and I hope not. But whenever I see all the
It's in your
posts where it's
story.
like abandoned missile silo deep within Russia found and explored, and there's just that real creepy shit, and that's what I want. That's what I want to go in.
Oh, what happens in them? Do people die?
No, they just find them.
Oh.
and they go around
and they
take
never
pictures.
return,
And then they go and upload them on Reddit or Facebook.
and then get arrested by the KGB and are never heard from again.
Oh, Putin.
I wouldn't do crap like that in Russia. I'm just saying.
Oh no.
That's
But yeah, it's literal trespassing. Like if someone finds
in a
you.
abandoned Soviet missile facility.
Oh no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about like in.
Oh,
in
I
the
thought you were still
States.
talking about that. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
yeah.
I'm talking about like in Michigan, like
Okay.
yeah, it's unofficial photography tours of these old buildings where you can go and take whatever photos you want. But just so you know, if the cops do show up, they can legally arrest us for trespassing.
Do you ever wonder why Putin made the perfume?
Because he could.
But did you see the
That was the
picture he
most random
used?
tangent ever.
We were talking about Putin. I'll accept it.
Well, that made me think about that.
What was funny was that at the time I was studying Russian a little bit for the fun of it.
Okay.
And like Marshall sends me this, like
I still
link to the
say it
news
should be
article.
called a pinch of Putin.
And I responded to him in a completely Russian response that made sense to me because I was studying it, and your reaction was just like, are you serious right now?
Russian spy. The Italian last name is a cover.
Did you see the picture he used for the...
Yeah, he's like shirtless on a horse.
He's always shirtless.
But
And
he
like
looks so bad.
Pinch of.
there's so many shirtless pictures of him. I mean, the guy's crazy.
Oh. Parfum? No, it's perfume.
Oh my god, you screwed me on that.
I was going for...
Cologne. Leaders number 1, that's right, that's what it's called.
Are you man enough? I was going for fairy tale.
Yeah, I know, that's why you spelled it out like that. Dude, a small frickin' bottle is $95.
That's ridiculous.
That's because you're supposed to support their country. You fascist.
Or 6,500 rubles. Or whatever they're called.
That sounds even more expensive.
Well, I mean, like, what is it? The yen to dollar ratio is like 100 to 1.
I know the yen to dollar ratio is bad, but I don't know about the dollar to ruble ratio, so
Like,
it's
their
different.
$20 is like 2,000 yen. So, like, 200 yen is 20 cents. It's something like that. It's something
20
really bad.
yen is, or 2,000
Is that
yen
why in
is 20
Pokemon
Russian cents?
is that why in Pokemon a Pokeball costs like $200?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$2.
It's supposed
It's
to
like the
be,
equivalent of $2.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
So, like, the most you ever get from, like, the Elite Four of 10,000,
It's like
it's basically like $1,000. Or 100 even.
it's from
it'd be like
Japan.
100 at that rate.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of money, or it looks like a lot of money.
Yeah, so you think to yourself, hey, I got $100,000 in Pokemon. No, you only got like 1,000, 10,000 at most. It's like, wow, that's suddenly a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's always fun.
So speaking of going places, since we've been on that kind of discussion topic,
You've been going places.
Ooh. What you got for us?
where exactly was I last weekend?
A
In the
church
middle
outing?
of nowhere.
Because when I listened to the podcast, okay, can you remind me how you described where I was?
You were out of town at
I
like
was.
some church getaway.
Marshall made it sound
Was
like the
I
middle
exactly
of
though?
nowhere.
I kind of recall you saying something about me being in the middle of a forest, in the middle of nowhere, or something like that.
I probably said that.
I don't know. I don't
Because
remember.
that's what I imagined.
I know
I was-
Trapeze said that we should put a tracker on you.
They already have that on phones. It's called Find My iPod or Find My iPhone.
Give me your information so that way I always know where you're at.
Okay, but
Stalker.
seriously though, so where exactly was I? I'll tell you this. You guys, your description of where I was at was so far off base.
Were you at a silence
was-
retreat?
I was dying laughing at how cliched that sound. Oh yeah, it's a church retreat. So
But
you
was
know,
it a
it's
silence
clearly in the
retreat?
middle of nowhere.
Where
Silent?
were you?
No, it was not a silent. No.
Oh, okay.
I was at. It wasn't a retreat either. It was a big event. Anyway, I was in a land known by many names. I was in a land where there's not actually very much green at all, which is why it's hilarious that you thought I was in a forest or something like that.
He was in Detroit.
I was in a land known only as, or no, I shouldn't say known only as because it known by many names, downtown Detroit.
There it is.
Yep. You guys were so far off base.
Well,
with that.
Marshall
This
did
is
say
funny.
you were out of town.
So it was
Fighting off the gangs of Detroit.
You were out
no,
of town.
no.
Yeah.
So yes, it was an event with my church, and it was at a hotel downtown, the Westin Hotel.
I would have laughed so hard if it was Greektown.
No,
That's for the Greeks.
Ugh.
Why else would they call it Greektown?
Oh no.
I'm hearing crickets.
Yep.
I-
I'm hearing. Kill the show. Kill the show. It's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Marshall's cringing
I'm
at
hearing.
my puns.
I'm hearing. You'll see yourself out now, right?
Yup. That's exactly it.
Anyway, so yes, I was at a hotel and the big ballroom meeting. It was more like a conference than anything else. Just kind of like talking about what kind of direction the church should go in the future. There, so
Sure.
it was really nice actually. Very nice event and everything. It was nice to get away for a weekend and coming back. It took me like 5 hours to actually listen to the podcast because I kept listening to it on and off, and then I was, trying to riddle you this and riddle you that.
Be a dick. Is that what you mean to say?
He would never say that.
And but yeah, overall, just like listening to that podcast last week, that was that first half hour, man.
It was rough. I'll admit it. It was bad.
It's really
Oh,
something.
come on. The intro was great.
But let me ask you this then.
That was
since-
actually pretty creative with the intro.
Yeah, and the gunshot sound effects.
I was actually considering doing like a mini episode of this where like I would do kind of like my introduction, except I was going to like play off of that introduction, but like have it from my perspective and like just kind of.
Hey,
Well, you
Do
can't
we
do
wanna-
it now. It sounded great,
Okay.
though.
do we want to maybe do a video this weekend?
I told you
I would be
wanted
up
to
for
do a
that.
video.
I think I have if I remember to bring my camera, absolutely.
I told
I
you
think I
that
have a
I wanted to
camera.
do some of your people or your friends' video ideas, but no one wants to do them because everyone's given up on the video
Yeah, no, it
portion
would.
of the
It
channel.
would just literally be us three.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. It would just be the social outcast crew.
Okay.
Cause that's.
Which, by the way, when are we going to have our first guest star on this show? Have you even reached out to anyone?
I can go
Hey,
get one right now.
We've had a guest star. Jackson was on last week.
I can get one right
Okay,
now.
that's right. You said something like, what was it? You said in 2,500 days he'll be able to
No,
join the show or something like that.
episode 222.
That's what it was.
So I think it averaged out to like 4.5 years or something like that.
Sounds about right.
Why not?
I said when he's 5, if he wants to be on the podcast, he can.
Why not?
Why not? Why? No, because it's just one of the frickin' cats.
That's all I can get.
We don't need a guest appearance yet.
What? No guest stars? We don't invite anyone else we know?
Not
I
yet.
think we owe it to at least one person to have him on the show. At least once.
You mean the one who's always busy and is working? And
Yeah.
Who's currently going through clinical depression about having crippling debt?
From
Yeah,
what?
what was that all about?
What did that? Who?
What was
did he
that
say?
all about? I know this morning I got those text messages.
I was laughing at him. It's like, seriously, dude. All right. So I'd be up for coming early in the day, but I have work at 10 p.m. Oh wait, no.
It was on the one
It
with
was on
only
Just Us,
of
yeah.
us. Yeah.
It's like
Helix be praised.
Lord Helix is near Helix be praised, so he's playing a dead game.
Yeah,
Jennifer
he sends a
plays a
screenshot
dead
of
game.
Pokemon Go.
You say,
Remember
have
they
you caught
remember
all of them
that
by
game?
now?
You guys
That
remember
actually
that game?
looks.
I almost
sounds
feel
like
like
a good idea.
I should play Pokemon Go for like my next game of games lost to the ages.
Wow.
I was thinking of picking up either Sun or Moon. I heard
My
it's
brother,
actually
my
supposed to be
brother
pretty
got
good.
both of those.
Are you playing? Are
But-
you done with Army Men RTS?
Close. I just finished recording the entire Great Battle section, and
Okay.
there's one more section to do, the Special Operations, which is why I said I need another week.
Okay.
And then we can do our joint video.
And don't say the name.
Oh yeah, I am
I don't
absolutely
even-
not
Secret.
saying the name.
Oh
of
no,
the
I'm
game.
talking to Chrissy.
I don't even remember it.
Okay, good.
Good.
So yeah, you'll actually be in one of the Games Lost to the Ages videos, or at least a few of them.
Yay! I'll be
If
even
we-
more on the internet.
If we go over there early enough, which I should have my microphone arm and my stabilizer by then too. So I'll basically have what was it? Radio studio rig.
He's getting debit.
It's supposed to be debt.
Yeah, so
Jacob's
yeah.
an idiot.
back
So,
to the-
all right,
back
so-
to the messages.
So Jacob sends a Pokemon Go snap, and you ask him, "Hey, have you caught all of them by now?" "No, I've been catching useless, busy work."
But busy work is what he meant to say, but yet you can read that wrong and be like busy work.
Yeah, he's been busy with work. And you go,
Mhm.
"Sounds about right." And then he replies with, "Getting that degree and cripplingly
Cripplingly debit.
He's
I-
so clinically depressed he can't even like speak
Right.
English anymore.
And then
He's
he goes,
sounding like a charity
and
cause.
then he goes, hashtag thanks Obama.
He even spaces it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
so actually
space
that would
a
so
hashtag.
actually it would only be hashtag thanks
And then
Space.
Obama.
and then
Just
Obama.
Obama out of nowhere. Just like, why'd you mention Obama in that hat? Or why'd you just say hashtag thanks? And then just mention Obama out of nowhere. What do you want to say? And then you respond with, life is hard when you're at school. I get it. Hashtag first world problems. I love that hashtag for the dumbest reasons.
Hey, do you think you could turn back to a normal person if you got out of debt?
Probably.
But anyway, like I said, I think we owe it to him to at least invite him onto the show, considering that, he's one of the cast members of our very first video.
I mentioned something.
Him and his brother,
Thanksgiving.
too. His brother was
Hey,
in it
that
as well.
sounds like a good idea. Hey, because you were on our first video, you're our guest star. You're our first guest star
Yeah,
officially.
I said it. I'm like, what did I say? I'm thankful for My show. We're doing episode 5. 5 weeks. Yeah, I'm thankful for my show and that we're on week 5. I sent that to both of you.
I saw that, and I didn't know what else to say
On
because,
Thanksgiving.
you know,
You
this
could have
show
said
is,
what you were thankful
well,
for.
it is what it is. We're having fun with it, though.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
You do? You think that's it? It's just great? It's not magnificent or spectacular?
Oh, boy. Oh.
Do you want me to get out a thesaurus?
And then suddenly the clinical depression sinking in of absolute loneliness and not having an audience sinks in.
Yeah, I was just about to say something about our audience disappearing.
He was here.
Yeah.
Steven from the Pure BS podcast was here.
And then some time ago he quit out.
He's got family things, more important things.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, thanks for watching our show. We appreciate it.
Are you?
But I did hear this.
What's up?
And it was they weren't accepting any new shows. I want to say 2 weeks ago. We were on episode 3, and the following week, so it would have been the week of episode 4, they weren't accepting any new shows. But sometime in December around Christmas, they're doing like a rework of the network, figuring stuff out and how they want to go about it, because it's a business, it's people are paying them to provide publicity and ads and stuff and getting them noticed. So it's a business at this point in time, and it's really taking its toll on the people running it. So
because it's probably not their primary job, I would imagine.
Nope. One of them it could be technically, but he's a stay-at-home dad, so even then it's pretty hectic to try and run that sort of insanity.
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's like a full-blown radio station.
Pretty much. I think they said they have like 20 shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now. And
they took in that many.
A handful of them are like heavily reliant upon their tweets that the network puts out and stuff, and they're actually,
hey, that's like us. We gotta start using Twitter.
we got a Twitter account at Outcast, capital S and O, at twitter.com. You'll be seeing us post our episodes there and letting you guys know when we're live, and announcements and stuff like that. And I'll even throw in free announcements for games lost to the ages.
Why, thank you, sir.
Doesn't that mean you'd have to know what they are?
Fine. I will watch them. I will watch every single one of our video from the ground up.
You don't have to do that. I just thought it was kind of embarrassing that you didn't know what game I was playing, considering that that's all the videos we have besides the podcasts.
And I knew what the video was.
I refuse. You get notifications. I don't. I refuse to watch your Skyrim bullshit.
But he's not.
Okay. All right, hold on.
I'm not going to contribute one more view to half of our videos.
He's doing Army Men RTS.
Yeah, what he means to say is that not half of our videos, half of our total channel views comes from a single video that I posted 4.5 years ago now.
Which surprisingly got an uprising after Bethesda decides to do Skyrim Remastered Edition. Hey, Bethesda, why did you do that instead of releasing a new Elder Scrolls game?
That's what I thought.
I like money. I make it rain up in this bitch.
Yeah, we actually looked up a video of it, and the beginning looks exactly the same.
I've been playing it at home. I've been playing it when I'm at the house. It's basically the same thing.
It's stupid. Okay, fine. You can support mods now, but here's the kicker.
Not on the PS4.
No, on the PS4.
Oh.
I think both. system support mods.
Fixed it?
No, that was
Fallout 4 was supposed to support
Oh.
mods too.
but
Okay.
doesn't. At least on the PS4.
'Cause
But here's the kicker. Mods add more processing power that the system needs
like memory?
that it doesn't have. No, not memory. Like, it's actual processing power where it's given an amount of data and saying, put this together. If it can only support stuff like the size of this phone, except it's getting info this much, this big, it can't support it. It can't do it.
Is that what makes it lag and
Oh,
loud
yeah.
noises?
That's why a computer is stronger than the PS4. Is because you can modify this, give it more power, make it beefier. When you give it something this big, it's like, ha! Child's play. I'll run that bitch at 120 frames a second at 4K resolution, no problem. But when you try and do that with a console, it's like, oh my god, the stroke dying. Oh.
And sometimes
Basically,
Sony
when you
doesn't like to fix
what happens when you try to live stream games.
There you go. I still don't know what my problem is. I want to figure that out this weekend, and you know what? I actually can.
I thought you did figure it out. You were using the wrong program.
Nope. Same shit.
Oh.
Same shit happens with Gamecaster.
Oh, you should call XSplit.
I looked up the price for a lifetime. What was it? A lifetime,
Subscription?
not a subscription, license for everything. Oh, we have a new low price for Black Friday weekend alone for $179. Normal price is literally $500.
That's
Nope.
kind of dumb.
I'm good.
You
I don't need it.
Get that much cheaper.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't care. But, so the other podcast that I listen to that streams to YouTube says they use OBS. So,
Yeah,
but then
OBS
again,
is legit.
right?
At least from what I've seen, it
It-
is.
All it is though is just two camera feeds, a logo, and all their audio.
That must be why I get notifications twice.
No,
Oh,
because it's only from one source.
right, because I get that with Matt's too.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's probably just your phone, maybe. Who knows? But
It's not all channels though. Just one other channel that I get that with.
hey, Matt, did you log in to check the dashboard?
Briefly,
Were you the one
Okay.
watching? Because there's.
That's what I'm asking him.
I'm always watching.
Uh-huh.
Always.
Big brother, obey.
Subliminal messaging.
By the way,
Wait.
you know how many videos we have on our channel?
300?
333.
Really? I
Yeah,
saw like 270 the other week.
So.
that's because I post videos almost every day.
Oh, but you hide them. You put them private or unlisted until you release them.
So our biggest.
Yes, I
source-
there's a schedule feature. So I upload them, but then I schedule them to release usually at noon each day.
That's a good way to do it.
So our biggest source of recent views is from the podcast.
No.
Nope.
That bastard Skyrim videos from 4 years ago.
We have our channel has
333.
72,404 views. And I will get you the view count on that video in a moment.
333 videos total.
Okay.
Meaning how many videos our channel has.
How many of them?
Dawn Guard, episode
The recent
13,
ones.
recruiting
I was
Serene
wondering
Girard.
about.
37,317.
How many of them are recent for that video?
A couple thousand.
Oh, that
And
must
you know
be
what
from
I hear?
Skyrim.
Look at me! Look at how big my dick is! Marvel at it! Ah!
Not quite like that, but the point is, I'm half our channel.
I am surprised.
Just so
that
you
we've
know.
gotten
And actually a lot
so
more
many
than that,
views
too.
for the
But hey, you have some
podcast.
good videos there.
Some.
Do you remember
no one
making
watches
Vlog Log 2?
That was the
Vlog
one
log 2.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
when I
up
was
with
sitting
that?
in your tree waiting for you bastards to get back to your house so we could
Is that what
record.
that video
No,
is?
that was at.
Yeah.
I thought that was at Steve's house.
No.
It was posted on June 10th, 2012 at 1:41 a.m.
You know what? No, I have no clue. Is it moving? Is it like
Here, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna
pretty
start.
sure
I'm
it
gonna
was
hold on.
moving.
I'll be back in like it's 4 minutes and 41 seconds. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna watch this.
You know, it's vlog, not vlog.
No, I think I called it like Vlog. Vlog Log 2 is how it was supposed to be said.
And the log is redundant.
Yeah, that's the
Dumbass.
stupidity point. But no, I remember there was what?
The first words you say in this video are "going on an adventure."
Oh
You're
yeah,
like- it's
that-
like really dark out and you're running. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is like our greatest video.
I'm surprised.
Vlog
you got so
Log
many
2. It's got 3 views. It's gonna have 4
for-
now because I'm watching it. Oh my gosh.
So many
this is
views
amazing.
for.
that might have been after
podcast.
my graduation party,
It
where
says 20. He said 2012.
You said we had a graduation party.
What?
We're still in the process.
you're breaking up.
Terribly.
How
Uh-oh.
about now? How about
Much
now? Am I
better.
still
It
there?
must have been because you were
Yeah.
watching a video.
Yeah, I was watching the video. That's why.
Holy crap! Fix that dial-up, man.
It's
Oh,
I've got pretty good
fired.
internet over here. It's not as good as it is at the house though, but it's pretty decent.
We've got
Comcast.
very decent internet though. I gotta pay the bill
Or you won't have it anymore.
before we get shut down. I can't live without the internet.
I know. That's why you look at your phone before.
Okay,
you
so
go to
yeah,
bed.
so anyway, this video is apparently after your graduation party. You made it. I
Yeah,
have no idea what you were doing in it. Do you even remember at all?
I remember running to my car because I parked it like halfway down the other street. So I
Oh.
maybe had like a block and a half to walk.
That was the whole point of the video then?
Something like that. I think I was.
Really?
It's just so random though. Were you like drunk or something?
No. No, I just decided to make it because I was bored. There was going to be one where we were at Frankenmuth. We were literally walking down the hallways. That was like right when Diablo 3 came out, I remember.
I don't remember that.
Well, congratulations. I think that video has 4 views now.
Woohoo!
Yay! We got more than a view.
I need to make more content. We might do something this weekend.
More vlogs instead of
No.
vlog.
Shut up.
I know you
Vlog.
do.
Vlog log.
Well,
one.
you did say he put log twice.
Vlog log.
Madness Vlog 1 with Marsh. 14 minutes and 7 seconds.
Good God! What?
May 30th, 2012.
Wow.
What? I don't remember this.
It's in the middle of your Fire Red playthrough.
Wow.
Am I in my room?
Yes, you are.
I don't want to relive those memories. I remember there's one where I'm sitting in your tree waiting for you, Jacob, and Jordan to show up to your house so we can
do the recordings.
Yeah, I want to say it was Guarding Idiots at that point in time. But I just remember doing that one. And it's like, yeah, so I'm sitting outside of Matt's house right now, and I use your full name, and Jacob's like, oh, don't use his full name and put it on the internet. You will ruin his life. Do not use his full name. You got to cut it out. So,
Which is partially true, which is why I prefer to be referred to as Blitz, and also why in every profile picture I have on the net, you cannot see my eyes.
Yeah, but truth's out because you used my full name on episode 3.
I got lucky.
That's you, though, not me. Again.
Oh, you bastard!
Better you than me.
You son of a bitch. But no, so in the video, it's like this weird jumbled smash cut where it's like, I'm currently sitting outside Matthew Essie's house. It's like, oh God, take that crap down. So bad.
I don't think we have the video. Do we even have we don't have the video story time with Jordan anymore. I think I actually deleted that.
Oh.
I know it was there. He was going on about like gay dinosaurs or something.
I'm pretty sure I deleted that video.
If we have it, it's all the way at the beginning.
No, I'm looking at the beginning. It goes
Sure, that's
professional
not the
interrogators, guarding idiots,
Yeah, you're.
and then it's my Super Mario Brothers speed run, which I recorded using a photo camera, not even a video camera.
Full
So,
girl.
it's- So it is
So it is.
horrible quality.
Old
Which
school.
fun. Yeah. So fun fact though, I'm actually at some point or another probably gonna like redo that speed run, but like do it properly. You know, with the setup I have now to record my games, so it's not a camera pointed at a screen. I'll probably just leave the videos there just because one of them's even got a like on it. So,
But wasn't that like your sister?
might be.
Yeah.
Because I remember she was going through Red and watching my videos.
Then she complained about you.
You know what?
Stopping them.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a Pokemon walkthrough. Just cuz.
Oh my God! You're gonna do a
Stream it.
Pokemon
Well, don't
walkthrough?
stream it. Just record it. Just
That
do a
means
recording.
you'd have to finish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll finish it. I'm almost done with Silver right now.
You gotta finish any other games?
I don't know.
StarCraft
think
2
so.
4v4 First Blood. That was just a random
Oh,
StarCraft
wait.
2 match.
Yep. I remember
We finished Diablo 3.
Minecraft with Rick.
Rick.
That was his dabble into fame.
What was.
Rick Murray.
Rick Murray. That's right.
No, that's kind of messed up that I remember his name more better than you.
He did animated shorts on YouTube.
Stand
and-
behind your minions.
Yeah, that guy.
Stand behind your minions.
And he was on Minecraft, and so he was on a server and
Back
posted.
when you were trying to get famous through Minecraft.
And yeah, basically said, "Oh, hey, you want to show up and join me in a Minecraft server? Go ahead. I'm so and so. This is my username, and this is the server." And so I went on there, started recording, walked right up to him, and I sent him the video, and was like, "Hey, Rick, I did a server walkthrough of your Minecraft server. Here you go."
Which is pretty much a useless idea because
No, he commented on it.
But there are so many users
He
doing
did?
Minecraft.
He did. He commented on it.
What did he say? I can't remember.
He said, haha, thanks for the awesome compliments on my lovely house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lovely? You said
He spelled it
lovely?
Wovey.
He's Australian. I
Oh, he
think.
spelled it that way.
Yeah.
Aren't the Australians great? They cook so great.
Somebody else, some random person also commented, here's a funny one. Minecraft Server Adventure, Part 1. You left a comment on it saying, if you guys want to see the rest of the adventure, post it in the comments and I'll try to see if we can get the server back on line to finish. No one ever posted anything. So I guess you never did that then.
Nope.
And then we get into the Dawn Guard series.
You know, we can
After
just
skipping
skip
over the
that.
Diablo 3.
Yeah,
ones.
all of
We
two
even-
parts.
We even finished
No, you had
the
1, 2,
expansion.
3, 4, 5 videos.
I think made it to the Skeleton King.
We finished the expansion.
And
at
then
least.
there's Dawn Guard, which is our entire channel.
We can just skip over that.
Okay, at least you got.
What do you like?
quarter
You
of
like
100
cinema sins
grand
now?
views.
Skip.
Yup.
We're practically famous.
Matt's multi-micro.
What's that?
Oh, that's the one where I played StarCraft 2 on 2 computers at the same time.
Yep.
Wow.
That was really fun, actually.
Isn't that what you call
Slender.
macromanaging?
There's a Slender video here.
Isn't that yours?
Yep. All the Slender videos are mine.
Problem? Question mark.
That's one of my favorites.
Is that a weight
There's
problem?
a
Slender weight?
looks like Borderlands.
Yeah, it
No.
got taken down because of Cage the Elephant.
Wow, you actually had a copyright problem.
The Fall of the Primeval. Okay, that's Diablo. You had Sanatorium, Slender got worse. Some
Yep.
Dead Space, The Kick is good.
That's where I kicked in evil undead baby across the room.
Did you have to turn
Lazy Minecraft Party.
I don't remember that at all.
Lesson: never tell people you have nice things.
Yeah, my Fallout video. It's basically where NPCs are. The guy that's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, he runs up and he's like, "I'm a winner! I won the lottery! Yeah, baby!" So I shot him to death and took the lottery ticket that was worth 10 caps.
Ironic that you were the only one around. Right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
The other guy had like a broken leg or something. And then I walked out of that town.
Well,
And this guy runs up and he's like, "Did you see that? This crazy bitch just tried to kill me, all for a couple of caps around my neck." And it's like, caps
terrible
around
that
your
there
neck?
was a witness.
Yeah.
He has caps around his neck?
There are some bottle caps with a blue star under it. They're actually pretty rare. It's like, okay, hand them over. It's like, no thanks, pal. I'm gonna walk away now. Well, his corpse is somewhere in the desert. With there's
Then we've got
In the virtual oblivion.
Blitzcrank Gangplank Kill Lane, which that video is not even relevant anymore because League is so different now. I mean, I guess you can watch that video and see what League was like.
Dude, we gotta do that.
4 years ago.
Blitzplank?
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
Blitzplank again. Load League up right now.
April 3rd, 2013 is when we posted that video. So yeah, I mean it's a long time. Dude, I haven't played League of Legends in like 6 months
So
or longer.
it's like
then
a
you
bike.
Then you lost your account probably.
I don't remember my password.
I know I did though, because it's definitely been more than
Seriously,
6
I
months.
don't remember what my password is.
I always had to guess, so it's not that big of a deal for me.
Sending
I'll probably
Bob
just
into orbit.
Use my
That was
new
Kerbal.
name.
Anti-chamber.
That never
Antechamber.
ended.
It never ended?
Finished.
Oh. The
Star
game
Wars
is unfinished?
Battlefront Beta. That was Star Wars Battlefront Beta. That was our first video in 2 years and 5 months. Because we had Scion and Gangplank, our boss, May 4th, 2013. Then there's absolutely nothing until October 9th, 2015. So, wow. I knew our channel was dead for a long time. I did not know it was dead that long.
I think we brought it back. I mean, with the podcast, I've never seen us get...
Oh, okay. So just, ignore the year's worth of games lost to the ages. Yeah, that didn't bring our
Hey,
channel
I
back.
watch them, but I don't see anyone else watching them, really.
Thanks. That's really encouraging.
Yep, the crippling depression of why are we here? Why are we doing
No,
this?
I mean, why are we here?
Bunch of
right here?
Destiny videos. I didn't realize you put a ton of Destiny videos out. Some of them have 0 views, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The Witcher
Yeah.
3 seizure warning. That must have been like a glitch or something.
Yeah, it was the broken door.
Then there's your Fallout videos,
which people hated.
Well, yeah, Fallout 4 Part 4 Raider Attack. It's actually one of our most viewed videos. 2,844 views. It's got 4 likes and 19
See, Marshall,
dislikes.
You've got several.
I think the problem with it was the title you gave it. I kind of remember like watching it, and there isn't a Raider attack until like the last 2 minutes. So it's like 13 minutes of you just like wandering around doing nothing. There's no commentary, and I think people are just like, "This is fake. This is clickbait." I honestly think that's what people think it is. It was just clickbait. So that's why you have 19 dislikes on it.
No way of adding commentary at that time.
Yeah, no microphone.
I even put a annotation, I think, that said like click here to skip straight to the action, and it did not help. I tried to help you, dude. I tried.
Marshall, everyone wants.
It's still one of our most viewed videos ever, but it's also critically panned.
Everyone wants to hate us.
Its percentage rating on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty low, from what I understand.
It has a rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow, Marshall.
He's making fun of me, stupid.
I couldn't tell if he was being serious.
Then the first video I posted in years was Battlefield 4 Sniper Montage.
Because you realize
on November 17th, 2015. The last time I posted a video was like, let's see, Dawn Guard, I think. So it would be July 12th, 2012. No. July 17th, 2012 was the last time I ever... Nope. A little bit longer. 22nd. There we go. This is final. This is it. July 22nd, 2012 was the last time I posted a video until when I did that November 17th one, like 3.5 years later. By the way, this is all just a subtle plot for me to advertise our channel and get people to view it and appreciate it.
Oh, I figured.
Not really. I'm just going through and giving commentary on how sad we are and
I changed
my social outcasts because no one watches our stuff or anything except for a good friend Terpes, which by the way there is. I haven't seen him.
Terpes, calling you out.
Hey, we do appreciate it. You are our entire audience on a lot of videos, so that does mean a lot to me. It means a lot to Marshall, I'm sure, and
definitely prepare for the 100 comments as he watches the video.
Hey, it's all right. I enjoy the comments.
So do I.
Yeah, I see you respond to them.
Terpes is literally the majority of our channel's comments.
He's our only fan.
I honestly want to say 500 comments on our channel at least go to him alone.
It's great, though. I appreciate it.
He is a wonderful fan, and I am grateful for him because if not, well,
we would be talking to ourselves, which is basically what we're doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, what else is a podcast, though? And
that's true.
Having a conversation with friends. And that's why I like this, because it's just us talking and chit-chatting. For an hour and 45 minutes, so...
Again?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
It's been that long? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm fine with that. Any
unfinished business we got here? Any show notes you didn't cover?
Yeah, we didn't even go into mine.
Oh, well, then let's hear it.
I want to talk about dreams that you
All right, next topic.
I was literally going to just talk over and say, well, folks, see you next time.
Speaking of dreams...
You didn't like mine?
Did she read my short story?
That wasn't a short story.
it's not even a full story yet. I was gonna flesh it out some more and actually use it for something not related to our main work of writing, because
Kind of
our
like
main,
Casey
our
Baker.
main work of writing, the way that we
That's
do
a
things
dream.
is that
That
we
was a
say
dream.
we're gonna write, and then like Marshall comes on here on the internet and he's like, okay, I'm writing, and next weekend I will have something for you.
And I did.
That was the
All
only
of
time.
10 sentences.
Well, you've got 4.5 pages now.
Then
so it's okay.
you've got me, where I don't make wanton promises like that, but when I do write, it's not our story. It's just some other random stuff.
So neither of you are getting anywhere.
Right.
We might finish it in like 2040 or something at this rate.
One of us will be dead by the time it gets out.
We'll be like the day it gets published and people are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. That'll be the day I die. I won't be able to enjoy any of that fame while I'm alive. I'll just be like, yeah.
New material out from Marshall and Matthew. Oh, I'm so sorry. This just in. The last surviving author, he just died. He literally couldn't handle the emotional stress of actually being published for once. Wow. That's something.
You know what though? If that actually happened, people would think like the book series is cursed or something.
And
It would
never
be like,
touch it. And it never goes anywhere.
yeah, or something like it would be, or like that almost sounds like, yeah. I mean, like that would be something, wouldn't it? Like the day a book gets published, the author dies. Would you read that book?
It depends. If it was a genre that I liked, I would. But I'm gonna look that up.
I'm sure that, there's like millions of books that have been published and such. I'm sure that's happened at least once. That'd be really sad too. You complete your life's magnum opus or whatever
You had to
that
look
phrase
that up.
is, and you like
Tom
release it,
Clancy,
and then it
really?
just like you croak.
Is that-
Yeah.
Oh,
He died 3 years ago.
I can see that.
No, it came up with what you should know about being published.
Sounds like
Yeah,
a good
no,
thing
I
to
don't
read.
need that.
The reason I wanted to talk about my dream was because, like Casey Baker, I think I could flesh it out into a story, but I just can't.
So it
figure out
involved
how to do
everybody. So it involved everybody you hold dear being brutally murdered
No, I
while
just
you're
mean
sitting
it's-
there in the puddles.
Spoilers! Come on, guys. What the hell?
I didn't give any spoilers away.
It's not even a legit story. You never wrote it. You gave up on it. You abandoned it.
No, it's still sitting somewhere dear in my heart.
I just meant.
Well, in that case, just go ahead and mute. Go back in time. Take away that what I just said from your mind, and mute the video
I thought
and
it was like
too
a
much.
good
Everything.
story.
yeah. Well, there you go. That's not really a spoiler. Like characters die in stories all the time.
Like Game of Thrones.
I'm actually gonna change the name of this story though. It's not gonna be
Happy birthday.
it's not gonna be Happy Birthday Casey Baker. It's gonna be called Batman.
So, you're actually gonna write some of it, you weirdo.
Because her parents die in the beginning.
I know.
Wow.
I knew you were going there with that.
I thought it was a terrible idea.
Oh man.
Probably
It's
not a
especially
superhero
because
and
Casey
not a
Baker
guy.
is inspired by you. You're the one that he based that off of.
No, it was just a dream that I had. I think
See, this is also a dream
I
that
think-
I had.
a lot of unfinished works done by wannabe authors who think that they've got a great story ahead of them. I would be comfortable to say that a majority of their works come from dreams or like ideas that they have while they're shower thoughts. Stuff like
or
that.
if they're high on drugs or something like that.
It's like when movie studios put things in a box for story ideas that they may need sometime in the future.
No.
Oh.
Like, I had a dream last night about a girl walking in on her 18th birthday and her family was brutally murdered by some psycho killer.
Hey, what happened to the spoilers?
You already spoiled it. I already called her Batman.
I didn't describe it that vividly.
Okay, that's within like the first 5 minutes of the movie.
It's a movie now.
It's a movie. Wait, I didn't hear this part. How did that happen?
Hey, look, I got the movie right. So it's coming out. It's all good. We're going to be fine.
Until Michael Bay directs it.
She walks in, the cake explodes.
Oh, but if Michael Bay directs it, it's ruined.
Or
the
any
guy
other...
jumping out of the building is like, "Happy birthday, Casey Baker."
The building explodes and there's fireworks in the direction he's jumping.
The end.
It's a great story.
Thanks, Michael Bay. I love you.
Some movie, Mr. Bay.
Meanwhile, he's just sitting there. Oh, my best work ever. Yes. I think it's about that time that we wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so.
It's getting to that point in time.
Oh, it's not even 2 hours, Marshall.
It's close enough. I like that, though, averaging around 2 hours.
It's nice.
I think that's the designated time now. Because before, I remember, Matt, you said it's like, oh, so how long is this going to go on for? Like half hour?
Do you think we could get a record for longest podcast?
No.
No. I'm sure there's ones that have gone on all day.
Yep. Rooster Teeth did one a couple weeks ago.
You're not talking about Extra Life, are you?
Yeah.
That's not a podcast.
Oh my God, same difference. Who cares? Ooh, hello. Anyway, say your goodbyes.
Bye, the Radical Machine.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
She's got to go let her mother in.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. And I am Blitz, your host from Madness Scene. This is where I get to make my shameless self-promotion. I am also the host of one of our main programs on this channel, Games Lost to the Ages. I'm currently doing the game Army Men RTS, which is going very well, I might add.
And soon you'll have a new series out with yours truly, including Chrissy.
Yes, and I'm looking very much forward to that. That's going to be next weekend.
Yes. I want to say it's going to be Saturday. So the Social Outcasts episode 6 will actually be out on Saturday because all three of us are going to be together and recording the next series for Games.
Right. So the podcast will actually appear on our channel first because we'll stream that, but we're not streaming the game though. Which there's no way to do that anyway because it's drawn from a console and it's,
I mean,
anyway,
we could in theory.
It would look awful.
Yes.
It would look really bad. So we're not going to do it.
Yeah. Plus, I don't trust my computer to actually do it. And if we do stream it...
You're coming over here, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I could bring my computer if I honestly wanted to.
I thought it was unstable.
If you wanted to, I don't see the point in it, but...
I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to bring my microphone, though, so...
Yes, that'll be nice. Sure.
Yeah. Because it's going to have a microphone arm, it's going to have a radial stabilizer, everything. It's gonna
It's gonna
look
be,
beautiful.
Like,
And no one's
so
gonna actually see it.
complicated
I mean, I've
with all
put
the
pictures of it up.
wires.
That's true.
You can
Yeah.
look it up on Amazon through the Pure BS
No.
podcast
Damn it.
Amazon link.
Steven Dominguez, where did you go?
Well, don't you think he's gonna listen to this anyway?
Probably.
Oh, thanks for the promotion, guys. We'll make sure to add you in our next rework.
I did send them a couple more ad reads. See, this is why you should have just let it go. Just walked away and not come back.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because.
I like being on here.
Yeah, I get that. But you're too tired. You're slurring your words. You're acting like you're drunk.
Actually, I woke up a little bit. Probably because my mom turned on the light.
Well. Anyway,
Falling?
guys, thank you
with
for
that.
joining us for episode 5. Blitz Strikes Back with Nostalgia.
Does that mean
Mhm.
next week is going to
Indeed.
be...
Next week's going to be like
Return
an
of the
official show.
Jedi?
No. It's going to be like an official show where we actually have a show. And
This
it's
one's not official.
It's not just us talking about like what we've done in the past. I mean, I get it.
That's more like
Well,
promotion.
we weren't talking the entire time about that. That was just like the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the YouTube backlog is what I'm getting at.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But we only talked about that for like a
Oh
half
my
hour.
god, I'm kidding. It was funny. It was cool. But no, like,
You can't tell when Marshall's kidding. You have to get to know him.
Perhaps I shouldn't.
okay.
But he's such an interesting character.
Suddenly now it's
The
just going
most
to be
interesting man in the world.
Suddenly it's
Which
just
for
going to
some
be
reason
the
they
social
changed.
outcast
Yeah.
with yours truly, no co-host, and me rambling on like a lunatic.
Which you actually did a decent job last week,
Yeah.
I have to say.
Does anyone know why they changed the most interesting man in the world?
He got too old.
Did he die?
It wasn't interesting anymore.
Yeah. He did everything. Now this guy does something else.
Well, I thought that since he had done all these things, that he was still the most interesting man in the world.
All right, final thoughts.
And with
Matt?
that note,
Matt, how do you
What?
like the new Metallica album? Eh?
it's all right.
All right, folks, drive safe. Have fun. Thank
Have
you
a
for
good night.
joining us. Bye.